Alright, I've got this corned beef brisket flat, and it's about 4.5 pounds. Now this came wrapped already in like a corned beef package, already seasoned. It comes with this little spice packet for you to use. So what I did, obviously, I removed it from the package, I rinsed it off really well, and I patted it dry with some paper towels. Now I want to throw some rub on here while my grill is coming up to temp. So I've got this little packet here. Well, first thing we need to do actually is I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on here, and that's going to help the rub bind to the meat just a little bit. A little bit on the other side. So you don't get a lot of spices in this packet. You don't get enough to cover the whole thing. So what I've got is, I've got some yellow mustard seed, some garlic powder, some black peppercorn, a little bit more black pepper, and a little caraway seed. Just add a little bit more of that mustard on there. Hands all oily. Garlic powder. Just a touch of the caraway seed. And do the same thing on the other side. Alright, this grill is ready to go. We're showing a grill temp of, it switches over, at 235, so that's good. So today I'm using my Slow N Sear from Adrenaline Barbecue Company. I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. So I have some charcoal that I started over here in the corner of the Slow N Sear, which is burning, and then I filled up the rest of the Slow N Sear with unlit charcoal, and that's going to burn over time, giving us a really nice consistent cook throughout the day, and it means less time for me to have to come out here and fill it up with more charcoal. And I also have some water in the little water reservoir there, so that's going to keep it nice, keep the air nice and moist inside the grill. Anyways, let's get this brisket flat on. Now I'm going to put this fat side down today just for the heck of it. Put that right there. Let's move this over to a little bit, and we're good. Being sure to put the vent on the side of the meat here, and I'm going to leave this all the way open today throughout most of the cook. And I've got my bottom vent set about quarter of the way open, and we should be good. We'll check back with you in a couple hours and see how it's doing. Alright, so it's been 2 hours since we put that brisket on, And let's check temps, see what's going on. Grill temp is at 235, so that's holding really well, 235 and rising. And the brisket is showing an internal temperature of 138, so that's looking good too. I don't want to lift this lid for you guys yet. I want to keep this. It's holding a great temperature. I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to open the lid and lose and have it drop in temp. So we're going to leave this alone for another hour or two, and we'll check back with it at that point. See you soon. Welcome back and cheers. It's been 4 hours. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's really warmed up. It's such a nice day here in western North Carolina. Anyways, you don't care about the weather. Let's see what's going on underneath. First of all, I've got a grill temp showing of about 226 and meat temp is at 150. It's kind of cruising along slowly but surely. Everything's looking good charcoal wise here. I might just give it a quick little poke while I've got it open here. I have to change into some shorts because it's so warm. It's about 75 degrees here today and it's March, so this is just wonderful, wonderful weather. Anyways, I'm going to close this back up and just let it sit. Maybe see in another couple hours from now. Alright, welcome back. It's been another 2 hours. It's 3 o'clock right now and the day is just moving right along. It's still hot, still a beautiful day. Let's see what we're doing here. Grill temp is at 227, so that's holding pretty good. Meat temp 165, so last time we checked in it was at 150, so in 2 hours it raised 15 degrees. It's raising, so let's take a look. That's looking good, folks. But I ain't gonna do nothing. We got water, we got charcoal. So let's put this lid back on and just let it ride. See you in a couple hours. Okay, it's 6:30 and I noticed that within the last half hour or so that the meat temp dropped from 189 down to 180. So it's hit a stall. And I need to wrap it in some tin foil at this point to help push it through to hit 190, 200 degrees. So let's do that right now. I'm going to try to make this a quick procedure. Plug this back in so we'll get our meat temp. I'm going to close this down and I'll see you when this is ready to take off the pit. Okay, it's 7:30. The meat is at 195. It's been smoking for 10.5 hours and I called it. I figured it was going to be about 10-hour cook on this one today. So it's time to take this off. 195. Let's take it off. Let's go ahead and unplug these all because we don't need that anymore. We're done. Now I'm going to take this off and I'm going to let this rest inside for about 20-30 minutes before we cut into it. So see you very soon. Alright, this is the moment of truth after 10.5 hours on the pit and a 30-minute rest. It's time to open this up, cut into it, and see what we have. I'm excited. Mom is over there at the stove getting the fixings for the Reuben sandwiches ready to go, and we'll dive into that in just a moment. this fat side down, so the bottom is the fat cap on the bottom there. Set that to the side. I'm going to cut it against the grain. Hopefully, it's hard for me to see which way the bark is going. After a couple slices, we'll be able to tell. Let's take a look. Lift this up here. So nice and juicy. Look at those juices coming out of there. All right. So I'm going to slice this up, and we're going to make some Reuben sandwiches. All right, so Mom is at the helm of putting together the Reubens. So she started, what'd you do? You started with some melted butter on the bottom of the skillet there?
Yep.
Kind of like you're making grilled cheese sandwiches.
They're hot. That's hot.
Yep, that's hot meat.
Hot meat. And
Cameraman's going to take a little bit here.
now, I'm going to let everybody put their dressing on themselves to their own liking.
Yeah, so we've got some, let's see.
So
I'll go over here. We've got some sauerkraut right here, drained, you know, all good. We've got some Swiss cheese. So we've got some Thousand Island dressings. Boom. Got some pumpernickel rye bread. Bam. Alright, you get whatever kind of bread fixings you like. This is how we're going to do it tonight. Now, notice the order, the layering.
Notice the mess.
Yeah, I know it's going to be messy, but it's going to be good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more butter in the pan before I actually put it back on.
Got Dad pouring the inaugural high wire brown ale. Bleh, can't even talk. It's been a long day of cooking, my friends. It's 8 o'clock at night. Brewed right here in Asheville. I am not sponsored or affiliated with Highwire Brewery at all. Anyways, Mom, how are these sandwiches over here looking?
Should I check them again?
What kind of heat do you have that pan on?
I have that at about medium low. I
Medium
don't
low,
want to
all
burn
right.
them. I want it to be slow enough to melt the cheese. And I'm going to turn that over.
Why are you turning it over like that?
Because I'm going to put more butter.
I see. Want to keep that? You want to keep that skillet greased up?
Yes, I do. That's in lieu of buttering the bread itself. You could have just buttered the bread, which probably would have been better, but the butter was too hard. So I'm just spreading the butter all over the skillet. And then these can just go on like so. Notice how I started with them flipped the other way, put the cheese on the bottom. So then now that they're flipped this way, that cheese is now going to melt over everything.
Okay, the Reuben sandwiches are ready. Now it's time to take a bite.
Gonna do your happy dance?
Yeah, I'm speechless, man.
Is it worth it?
It was worth it. So worth it. Oh boy. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to sign off because I want to get back to the sandwich uninterrupted. No offense to you. Try this at home. If you found this video to be helpful for you at all, hit the like button. Subscribe. We have more videos coming your way. And if you have any questions about the cook, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to get back to you. Much thanks and love to my mom and dad for filming and making these awesome sandwiches. And we'll see you soon. Stay smoking.